So there's a popular dish in Spain that's known as Arroz a la Cubana. It's basically white rice, served next to tomato sauce and a fried egg in a dish that many Spaniards ate as a kid growing up. Anyways, today I'm going to show you how to make an alternate version that is so much easier to make and packs a ton more flavors. We're talking spicy tomato rice with eggs. And let me tell you, this dish right here is a complete meal on the plate, as with each spoonful, it's going to give you the perfect balance of nutrients. But the best part, it is so easy to make, where there's no tricky techniques or special equipment needed. It's made with very humble ingredients and all done in just 30 minutes. Really quick before we begin, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Barbara Eastman, Karen Bird, Jim Schallert, and Sean Murphy. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. All right, let's begin by heating a large fry pan with a medium heat and adding in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. While the oil is heating, I'm going to finely chop 1 small onion and roughly chop 4 cloves of garlic. Then we'll add in the chopped onion and garlic into the pan. And we'll mix the ingredients around continuously, that way they all evenly saute. After about 3 to 4 minutes, and the onion is nice and translucent, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of hot smoked Spanish paprika, which is about 2.5 grams. This is what gives this dish that beautiful spicy kick. And we'll give it a quick mix. As always, the Spanish paprika I'm using is from Kiva. You'll find a link where you can get some in the description box below, and if you buy it from that link, you'll also get 25% off your order. Then we'll drain a can of diced tomatoes into a colander and shake off any of the excess liquid. As for the size of the can I'm using, it's just your standard size, 14.5 ounces or 410 grams. And we'll add the drained tomatoes into the pan. Then we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together. Once everything is well mixed, I'm going to add in 2 cups of vegetable broth, which is 480 milliliters. Of course, you can also use water here if you like, but by using the veggie broth, it gives the rice a bigger depth of flavors. Then we'll turn it up to a high heat and give it a gentle mix. In the meantime, let's start getting our rice ready. I'm going to measure out 1 cup of long grain rice, which is 180 grams. Of course, you can use other types of rice here. Just make sure to check the package instructions. That way your rice to liquid ratios are right on the money. And we'll add the rice into a fine sieve and rinse it under some cold running water until it starts running clear underneath, which takes about 1 minute. Once the broth comes to a boil, we'll add in the rinsed rice. And we'll give this one final mix, that way all the ingredients are evenly distributed. Then we'll place a lid on the pan and lower the fire to a low-medium heat, and we're going to simmer this for about 15 minutes or until all that broth has been absorbed by the rice. In the meantime, let's start cooking up our eggs. I'm going to heat a separate fry pan with a medium heat and add in a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. While the oil is heating, I'm going to grab a couple eggs and crack each one into individual bowls. As you know, I always like to take this step before adding the eggs into the pan, as it ensures that the egg yolks are not broken and that no eggshells go into the pan. Once the oil is nice and hot, let's start frying up our eggs. I like to cook them 1 at a time as it gives you more control, but if you prefer, you can cook them 2 at a time. Either way, we're trying to make some Spanish style fried eggs here, which means they're going to have a beautiful crispy texture underneath with a creamy yolk. So we're going to cook this for about 1 to 2 minutes without mixing it or until it develops a crispy texture underneath. Then we'll splash some of the hot olive oil over the egg, and you only want to do this for a few seconds, otherwise you can easily overcook the yolk. And we'll remove the egg from the fry pan. And we'll continue to cook the rest of the eggs in the exact same method. Once all the eggs are fried up, make sure to season them with a kiss of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. Alright, let's move back to the rice. It's been simmering for about 15 minutes, and as you can see, there is virtually no broth left, so this is ready to go. At this point, I'm going to remove the pan from the heat and remove the lid from the pan. Then we'll add in 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, which is 8 grams. You can substitute this for 1/3 the amount of dried parsley. And using a fork, we'll gently fluff the rice. This is going to help separate the grains of rice as well as ensure that all the ingredients are well mixed together. And you can serve this directly out of the pan or transfer the rice into a serving dish. Either way, make sure to top off the rice with the fried eggs and a kiss of fresh parsley. Check it out, our spicy tomato rice with eggs is done, an elevated version of the classic Arroz a la Cubana. Easy to make, made with the humblest ingredients, and all done in just 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Seriously folks, look how beautiful this rice dish turned out. Here we go. It is absolutely delicious. The rice is perfectly cooked on the money. The hot smoked Spanish paprika adds a beautiful spicy kick, but it's not overpowering, and the fried eggs take it to the next level. You know, this is another one of those dishes where less is more and simplicity meets extraordinary. Give it a try at home, and I promise with that first bite, you're gonna get hooked on it because it's so good. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below, and as always, don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on 4 community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.